Okay, supposedly things are working. Except for this, come on, if you're a game developer, this is a very, very minor grievance, but if you noticed, right at the very top right here, there's a little black strip. At the very bottom here, there's a little black strip. This is because of this big question that I guess I get it almost always with Slitherine games, but almost never with anybody else. When you set the resolution to 1920 by 1080, and you go for a bordered window, I could go for a borderless window, but then it's going to kind of get a little bit funky. If it's a bordered window, the 1080, I should say, is not supposed to include the 20 pixels, or sometimes if you're using the reduced height version, the 15 or 10 pixels of the title bar. It's just a really minor complaint, but it's happened to me several times with Slitherine games. I think that Field of Glory 2, Aggressors, Ancient Rome, they all seem to be these ancient games that also suffer from this. Those black bars name is not that you see it when you're playing the game. The game will just appear, but you'll actually be playing a game which is 1920 by 1060, and the other 20 pixels are spent on the title bar. So what happens is my recording software is going to try to push this as 1080. It only captures the game window itself, not the window title bar, and therefore it captures only 1060, and it knows to automatically fill the top and bottom. It basically transforms this, it puts it in the center. Okay, anyways, this is not really what you want to be talking about. You want to be talking about Field of Glory Empires. This was released, I guess, about 2 weeks ago, and I think it's had a very positive reception. So I have done a podcast on this with the Historical Gamer and the Strategy Gamer, or Strategy War Gamer. I forget his exact title. Let me actually look. Strategy, what is it? Well, I don't know what Sean is, but he's the strategy. I mean, whatever. Go to the podcast, Single Malt Strategy. You can check out our review. And I would say that basically this game is kind of a big surprise from Slitherine. It's a delight to play. It reminds me a lot of Rome Total War, if Rome Total War had some kind of insane, deep economic and government system. Well, the government system isn't that complicated. I should say that it's mostly this progression and decadence system where you have governments rising and falling, and really the fall, as far as I can tell, just means that you fall into a civil war. So it's not like game over if your civilization just continues to decline and decline. It just means that kind of a nice little twist. I think this is a nice gameplay mechanic that you end up, the empire divides. And because big growth, as you grow bigger, is one of the triggers for this decadence, then yeah, it's pretty nice. So you expand, and then you try to keep your empire together, and then you face this decline if you aren't constantly moving up. I mean, basically expanding or keeping everyone happy. Oh, usually this happens if you expand too big, too quickly, but anyway, so if the day comes where you've conquered a lot of territory and people are starting to get a little restless, you may have to fight a rebellion. And I think this is a really good mechanic because this is truly what happened historically. You can see this a lot in, like, well, with Rome, you had the Allied War, which was basically a division between the true Roman citizens themselves versus like what they considered their allies, the conquered provinces in Italy. Yeah, and it happened obviously with Alexander the Great after his empire, we are starting this campaign right at the tail end of Alexander the Great's conquests. So the empire has been divided, and that you can kind of treat that as, well, I mean, it ended up being exactly a big civil war, not just a two-part civil war, but 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many. I know 4 is for sure, but I don't know how many other sub-kingdoms, or I mean, in my head, when I think of the division of the Great Macedonian Empire, I think of it as those four: Antigone, Ptolemy, the Seleucids, and Macedonia itself. Anyway, Incompetent Idiot! Oh my gosh, that's somebody I haven't seen in many, many, many months. Welcome. So today, what are we going to play? That's the first question. And one of the first things I need to do is get my pizza in the oven. That's right, it's homemade pizza. It's bachelor life for Tortuga for a couple days. I have a couple days free, which is why I have freedom to stream here. So I don't really know who I should play. So like for a series, for a full series that I put on the channel, I'm considering doing something a little bit more exotic. I was trying to do the Ptolemy Empire, but they're a little bit micromanagement heavy. I'm tapping my foot. I don't know if you can hear. I'm not sure if I want to do them. I'm not sure if I want to do them for either a stream, but not even for a series, because I mean, if I was doing it for a series, at least I could kind of end the video at the start of a new turn before I began recording, start plotting all my little moves, and then I could very quickly go through a turn. That would be one way of doing it. Anyway, so if you guys have suggestions about who to play, please feel free to mention them in chat. I have no experience whatsoever with these smaller nations. It seems like that would be something to do. So this is kind of like what we've come to expect from a lot of these grand strategy titles these days. Something which I guess, I mean, I don't. Paradox is not I think the initiator, the original initiator of this idea. You can play any nation. I know that. Which came first, actually? Superpower 2 or Hearts of Iron? Probably Hearts of Iron. So maybe Paradox or Europa Universalis? I don't know. Anyways, the idea is you can play any nation in the game, and that doesn't mean that you necessarily should. But it's possible. So I don't know the strengths of a lot of the nations, and what I wasn't doing the first couple times I was playing is really playing my nation for the modifiers that they have. You really should be playing the nation towards the modifiers they have. Like basically what AGEOD, this is an AGEOD game, and what AGEOD has done is very extensively researched the kind of culture or history of a particular region or a particular empire or nation, and they they really have tried to make it so that Rome does not play the same as Carthage, which does not play the same as Numidia, and I get this strong feeling that that's true. What does that mean in the end? It means that if you don't play your nation, if you play it in a general way, like if you play as Rome and you don't expand, if you don't kind of play it a little historically, you might have some problems. And people who are a big fan of history are going to appreciate that. People who want to remake history may find themselves struggling against, I mean, I guess you could just say history, what was actually historically there. Josh Street says, make Macedon great again. That is one potential. They're actually a very strong nation, I would say. So let's see. Rome is difficulty 3, interest 5. Does anybody have a difficulty less than 3? I've never seen anything with a less than 3. Oh, okay. I played a game as Ptolemy and I did not do that well. So the fact that they're a difficulty of 2 is a little, it's an embarrassing moment. Okay, Macedonia is also 2. I'm trying to think who would possibly be, what, maybe these guys are 2? Okay, they're 2. Who is a difficulty of 1? Maybe it's just too bold of a claim to make that somebody would be a difficulty of 1, but if nobody's a 1, then why don't you just subtract 1 star from everyone? Huh, yeah. It's kind of fun. I think in theory it would be kind of fun to play as one of these tribal nations and just expand through this wilderness area. You would fight a lot of tribal battles. Incompetent Idiot suggests Pontus. Yeah, Pontus probably would be a fun one to play, but let's see. Let's see what their modifiers are. Okay, they're shipbuilders. This does look fun, but let's actually read the context for this. I actually immediately like the idea of this. Pontus, historically, very, very strong, but I'm not sure if they were strong at this time or already before this. Maybe once the Macedonians conquered them, they dwindled in power. Let's just read for ourselves. I'm not a historian, so let's let the historians do the talking. Pontus established itself as an independent kingdom in 302 BCE. It survived a defeat by Antigonus. Yeah, so that's right. And managed to drive off a Seleucid invasion in 280 BCE, so this is already ahead of the timeline. After this, it slowly expanded in Asia Minor and had fluctuating relationships with its neighbors, called upon by the kingdom of Bosporus. There it is. Called upon by the kingdom of Bosporus to help against the steppe nomads, Pontus absorbed it entirely. Wow. Originally allied with Rome, it even sent a small force to help in the Third Punic War, Punic War against Carthage. But the emergence of Mithridates. 6 changes. Oh gosh, Mithridates. This is Mithridates. I forgot. I know all about Mithridates. He started by making gains at the expense of Armenia and was able to expand into Bithynia as Rome was absorbed in civil war. This was the ally war I referred to. And a major revolt in Spain. In 89 BC, he invaded Asia Minor and Greece, pretending to deliver the Hellenes from Rome rule, but was forced to abandon his gains in 85 BC. This led to further wars and a complete Roman victory by 64 BC. So this is the famous victories by the very famous Roman generals. Gosh, I can't remember. I mean, this is Caesar's time. So, who was it? Mark Antony? No, who's the one before Caesar? Let's let the chat. Okay, let's see. Play a smaller nation so you don't steamroll everyone else. Well, this is a stream Bels Koopy, who also suggested earlier I saw that I should play War in the East. Gary Grigsby's War in the East. It's a very good game. I honestly need to play it on stream one time and actually get advice from people. The only thing I have problems with in War in the East is the motor pool. I don't really understand how that all works. But we'll talk about that another time. Pompeii is another suggestion from Incompetent Idiot. Incompetent Idiot, for those of you who don't know, used to make all my Rule the Waves thumbnails. Or all, or maybe just a few of them. Or one. Did you make 2? I don't know. Anyways, let's finish this. After this, the southern half of the kingdom was absorbed into the Roman province of Bithynia and Pontus, but client kings retained some independence to the north of the Black Sea to 62 CE. Dame says, it's a shame I don't have my old YouTube account anymore. If you plan on playing Pontus, I used to be Hypsocratia. Pompey, as in Roman general of the Mithridatic War. Thank you. Yeah, Pompey. But there was also another one. Pompey was the one who took all the glory, but what was the tax collector? Cassius? Who? No, there was another general at this time. I think Pompey's the one who... Okay, so let's talk about the Spartacus, the rebellion, the slave rebellion. Who was the general who first started putting down the rebels, and then Pompey came back from Spain and just said, hey, I'll take the credit? Was it Crassus, I should say? Anyway, there was another general who went east. Maybe it's even... All these names, unfortunately, are... It's not my strong suit to remember these names. I can just remember bits and pieces here. The old noggin's falling apart. Anyway, so let me do this real fast. Let me just put this on pause momentarily. I'll be back in a minute. I need to throw my pizza in the oven. Tortuga hungry. So I'll be back in just 1 minute. Basically the time it takes to throw a frozen pizza in the oven. So I'll be right back. And comment says Crassus is the one who got himself at Carrhae. Yeah, and his son also or something. But Crassus, wasn't he the one who was also dealing with the slave rebellion in the southern part of Italy? There was 2 kind of like big-ish generals, Pompey and one other person. And I'm trying to remember if it's Crassus or not. Anyway, I'll let you guys correct me. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's decide on who we're gonna play now. And everyone seems to think it is Crassus. Okay, so Robert Roberts asks, what game is this? This is, as Josh Reed has now answered, Field of Glory Empires. So we're gonna start off. It's been, what, enough time? 20 minutes introduction? Very typical. Let's look at who they recommend as major nations first. We have Rome, Antigone, Carthage, Lysimachos. I don't know much about Lysimachos. Oh, is this Thrace? Is this Thracia? Huh. Okay. We have Macedonia, we have the Ptolemy Empire, and we have the Seleucids. I really like the idea of playing as Pontus. It's a very small nation. I kind of like playing that as that for even like a whole Let's Play series on it. So what should I do? Should I save Pontus for a Let's Play? Because that's actually a great nation. I could play as Rome. Look, at Rome is... I don't know if it's already beaten to death by other people. Probably that's what most people are going to play. This is a stream, though, so it would be kind of nice to get... to not micromanage too much. So it's going to be... Romain Bernarol asks the pivotal question. What is the difference with Imperator? Actually, quite a lot, I would say. This game is, I would say, a little bit more bound to history. It's turn-based. It's not real-time. It's more along the lines of Rome Total War, and that you can export your battles to a tactical battle simulator known as Field of Glory 2. Save it for Let's Play and what do and not to do. Okay, good. I love that idea, Pontus. Thank you so much, Incompetent Idiot. I didn't know what I wanted to do for my Let's Play, so now I have an idea. What about Thrace? They are terribly difficult. Okay. That's interesting. They kind of seem like a fun nation to try to play as. I don't really want to play as Dacia, because then it's just going to be rebel stomping. Dame says it's a complete game. Oh, I see. As in Imperator Rome is not. I'm taking that as a slight. Anyway, more suggestions, please. I'm not exactly sure who I want to play as yet. Just want to make sure that when the timer goes off, I need to run and get my pizza out. There's nothing worse than putting all that time in, unwrapping a pizza, putting it in the oven. I guess that's not a whole lot of work, but... And then having it just ruined. So let me narrow it down. Let's choose between Rome, Macedonia... I'll include Pontus because I just still really like the choice. Armenia. Let's include Armenia. I don't have any idea how to play Moria. Belgae, a Celtic tribe. So I'm not going to play any of these small ones because I think that it would be too rebellion-ish. Hannibal or a German tribe, so Josh Reed. Well, I mean, hey. Sac Rome is one of the other Italian factions. You give me too much credit. I may not be able to do it. Remain says Armenia. That was one of the ones I mentioned. I could even play the Ptolemy Empire is just, like I said, it's just too much micromanagement. And Dame also says Pontus. I really like the idea. Okay, so how about this? I think I'll play as Pontus and then also do, especially if this goes well, a Let's Play series on Pontus. Because I like Pontus. I like them a lot. We already read that part, so let's read what they suggest. Everyone's voting for Pontus. It's good. Yeah, with Moria, you just spent eternal war against Lucid's Parthia. That makes sense, but it still sounds kind of fun. Everyone's voting for Pontus. This is amazing. Perfect. We have consensus. Your main challenges are powerful neighbors and an empty treasury. However, Pontus is interesting as you have so many opportunities to expand and you can emerge as the main power in the Black Sea region. Your best chance may come if either the Antagonids or the Seleucids start to collapse. You have the Alines Sortur modifier. We'll look at that in a moment. That will favor conquest of Hellenistic regions, but will penalize you once you expand in other foreign regions. Equally, at the start, you will soon gain access to pirates, and these can be very valuable at looting and earning you much needed income. Okay, so let's take a look at this. The Alines Soter. The rulers of this nation consider they are the savior of all Hellenes, the Hellenes, the Greek people, wherever they are. A conquered region with the majority of Hellenes won't have a temporary production penalty, nor any decadence from conquest. Wow, they're quite good. Contrary to the usual. On the contrary, they are often harsh to foreign populations and will gain much more decadence from conquest from that. Skip classification, but more decadence from conquest. the modifier on the bottom line there does not seem to summarize what the previous sentence was. So there's no pacification, but it seems like you should actually get less decadence. Yeah, it says nor any decadence from conquest. Okay, so the bottom line is you skip pacification, which probably is their way of also saying skip decadence from Greek people, but you gain more decadence from non. They're a monarchy, they have shipbuilders, which means that they have some bonus. Unfortunately, I think we're going up against... Let's take a look at the modifiers of the nations around us. Specifically, obviously, our biggest hurdle to expansion will be the Antigonids. They have Diadochi. That's normal. This just means that they're more warlike. They get a bigger leader pool. In the Eye of the Storm, this is unique to the Antigonids, which is pretty awesome. If they're not fighting in 6 or more wars... I mean, if they're not fighting in enough wars, they get penalties. And if they are fighting in enough wars, they gain bonuses. Which probably means that the good relations with them is not going to be easy to maintain. They have the Hellenistic tradition, which I believe we also have. So we can look at this. Culture bonus of 15%, commerce bonus 10%, manpower penalty of 25%. I find this is overall a bonus. Because the culture bonus means that you're going to be better as far as decadence goes, as far as like are you progressing or falling apart as a nation. The commerce bonus, obviously, that's just a plus. And then the manpower penalty, I think you can skirt around. I haven't found manpower is too big of an issue, as long as you're pretty conservative in the wars you fight. Now, I'm not an expert on this game, but I usually don't play these games until I have like a fair bit of experience in them. So let's go back to the Antigonids, their main modifiers. Hippocratic Legacy, that's pretty awesome. Faction-wide health bonus 2%, culture bonus 5%. So they need some bonuses, obviously, because they're beset on all sides with war. They have faction-wide commerce bonus. They have monarchy and glorious nation. Actually, so they start on the glorious nation tier. I believe this is one of the government tiers. So we could get to be a glorious nation as well. And you can see all the different effects this has. A loyalty bonus of 15, legacy gain increased by 35. However, decadence gain further increased by 35%. Leader bonus, leader pool bonus, reduction of 35% on experience needed to level up. That's amazing. Conversion bonus of 10%, which is also really good. So quite a good nation. But the only problem being, that they're can be different. Let's also look at the Paphlagonians. If you play Armenia, you should try to remake the Persian Empire. That's a great suggestion. We're going to play as Pontus in this one, but I'm just looking at the different nations. Oh, so the Paphlagonians are apparently sea haters, despite the fact that... Well, we'll take care of that. We'll just conquer them, because they are Hellenistic. Main thing I need to look at is, who around me is Hellenistic? So it looks like we're going to have to expand west. Yeah, west and south, unfortunately. We'll take over these. Are they... Hellenistic independent, very good. Semitic independent, not good. And Hellenic independent. Hellenic independent, we can take both of those. We probably want to take the one to the south before the Antigonids get to it. I like this. Okay, so I haven't played as the Pontus Empire yet, but let's go into it. Okay. Now, the first turn, unfortunately, we have a little bit of a random roll. I have had terrible luck with my opening administrators. Let's see how we did. Good Diplomat, which is the worst of the bonuses. And Hated. So this is pretty much terrible. Look it. I'm going to do it. We're going to re-roll. It's not a big deal. This is not a terrible... I'm just really sick of having terrible leaders every single time I start the game. I'll give myself a maximum of 3 rerolls. If I get a second really, really terrible one, I will just reroll, and will probably regret ever having rerolled, since I wish I had just kept the first one. That wasn't terrible. I mean, overall, it wasn't terrible. There was at least one positive modifier. So I was just trying to play a test game, and I rolled actually 4 times before I got anybody with something remotely positive. Now, maybe this is just the way it goes. Maybe you're supposed to have more of a chance of a negative ruler than a positive one. I don't know. Sometimes I feel cursed. Okay, give me something good. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is amazing. Okay. So decadence gain reduced by 5%. Food penalty of 10%. This is probably overall a negative. But we have a good administrator, which gives us a loyalty bonus and decadence reduced, which is amazing. We also have diplomacy, which again, I don't think that diplomat is that positive of one. Overall, this is like a net positive though. So, woo! And your age is 49, health is fair. So he'll probably die immediately, rendering my decision to restart completely moot. But for now, I mean, at least we'll enjoy a small amount of time with a slight food penalty, which is bad, but at least we have some decadence reduction, which should put us into a progressive tier, which is good. I didn't even know this, that Pontus actually has... Wait, which one is Calibia? Probably this one? Oh god, it's not. Which one are you, Calibia? Okay, that is very easy. We'll probably just march on that eventually. I mean, immediately. Not eventually, but immediately. Because we want to take it while it's Hellenic. Ethnicity is Caucasian. Damn. Well, that's not what you pretended to be. These guys are Hellenic. But you are not. So we would take decadence and all that gibberish from conquering you. I think it's probably still worth it. What do we have for an army? What do we have? I mean, we have 2 provinces. This is going to be very easy to micromanage. Ooh, interesting. Pirate's Lair. Bonus of 5 from sales, which is missing. Siege resist 1, garrison 1, boarding cost 4. So not great. It means that your troops can load into ships from the sea, but it costs 4 movement points, which basically means a whole turn. Pirate Slayer allows construction of pirate ships and will provide able sailors able to man any light ship. Okay, interesting. So Pirate's Cove, bonus of 10 XP when a unit is created. Applies on light warships. Okay, interesting. I mean, it's a positive, right? And then we only have 2 buildings here. Good God, we only have a population of 4. This is going to be a very slow start. We only have a population of 5. Good Lord. Having just played a game as Rome, as like my test game, the one where I re-rolled 4 times to get anything positive, this is going to be a lot slower. So I would say, wow, building slots 2 out of 4. I'm already missing a lot of the things. Rome is obviously gifted with a lot of advantages in order so that it will expand like it historically does. Which means that it feels like they've got the historical balance of these things pretty much right. Let's look at the other... We have no decisions available. Okay, wow. Okay, and we're also, the frugal thing is actually probably a net negative right now. I mean, it makes our ruler actually bad because food is what we need the most. Alright, let's start looking at how we're going to juggle our 4 people around and what are we going to attempt to produce. Herbalist is one of my favorite health buildings because it gives health and manpower. Manpower is going to be in short supply. I think we want to just... Oh, gambling ring, not what I want. I was going to say, I think we kind of want to focus on expanding our nation, make it glorious. So we're going to try to produce... We're going to look for culture and loyalty bonuses. I'm not going to build a stud. So Dame says start building those food buildings. It's true, we're going to need them. But stud, is like, in my opinion, the worst of the food buildings. I don't know yet what, let's probably, before I look at anything else, let me take a look at the military units that we have available. Regular infantry, Lydian archers, which appear to be, oh, we have, wow, really good Pontic archers. I'm surprised the Pontic archers aren't mounted. Pontus is definitely known for their cavalry, but maybe not at this time. Okay, interesting. So let me look at your ranged attack of 8. Good gracious, that's huge. Wow, so these are very powerful. So probably what we need to do is stack these behind regular infantry and just hope that... Yeah, we need... we're going to need some heavy infantry. So we need training ground, we need barracks. And we can build none of these things. Well, that's no bueno. Okay, well, look, it's I have no choice. Manpower is also going to be a big concern. This takes 3. This takes 4. The heavy takes 4. So yeah, we definitely want the heavy infantry. Bell says quality over quantity. Yeah. I mean, it's not yet an option for us. I don't usually like war chariots. But apparently this is the Pontus good unit. Food usage also kind of a problem. Look, I think that with our 8 units, what's our combat power effectively? 42. 7 units. I think that we're going to try to just invade. Hey, this could be just an early defeat, an early death for our people. Just failed miserably right away. But I do want to take that, so go people. Just go and... Good luck. We'll see if that works out. We can always restart again, right? Please tell me that's not a stud on both places. I thought you can access... Can't you access the... No? The buildings from here? No. Guess not. Okay, there's a stud in Amnius. I don't know. Palisade uses a slot? That's... No. They changed it now, by the way. If it does not use a slot, it'll say slot use 0 over here, which is really nice. Fishery is probably their best bet here. Eventually, it could provide money. I think that we will eventually get sales. I like fish more than I like horses. Although, wait, did not either of our places have... Yeah, no, but we don't have... Oh, yeah, they're both studs. No, you're a shepherd house. Oh, that's nice. I really like shepherd house. I also like clear water, so there it is, slot usage 0. Lots of good options here, actually. Iron mine, I might even have to do this, because this is amazing. Oh, what? Needs iron? Oh, it's a local trade good. Good. So we have iron here. Perfect. Oh my gosh. That's... I don't know if I can avoid doing that. That's such a good one. The fishery will probably pick that up on the other place. And fortune teller... Loyalty bonus of 4, but not... I don't think we're going to do that quite yet. Okay, so let's go with... Sorry, here we're going to go with the... Oh, we don't have horses, so it would not be terrible to have a stud. One place where we can produce, or, you know, at least gather horses from. The fishery is also really nice. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and pick the stud here, which will increase our population growth rate. Because I definitely am not going to choose a gambling ring. And fishery is just, it's like the same. Okay, but at the same time, fishery is going to give us a second tier 1. Which one do I want? Do I want 2 tier 1 greens, or do I want food, or do I want 2 money? I think the food... This is actually going to give us food, though, so... let's just go with this. Okay, so now how do we want to manage this? It's going to take 3 turns right now. If we put the slave in, it will take 2 turns. Let's move one guy back. It will take 2 turns. Perfect. Okay, so we have a little bit of food. We're going to get this down in 2 turns. That makes me happy. Over here, if I can, really want the culture bonus. And I know that we haven't even picked what we're going to build here, but I'm probably going to do these mines. 5 infrastructure, nice metal. Hard to not do it. It does take 12 frickin' turns, which basically means it's impossible to get. Oh gosh, it takes a long time. Okay, well, we'll do this, and we'll put all of our slaves over here, and then we'll take the citizen off so that we are not negative on food. Wow, that is terrible for food. I really don't think we can do it. Even 10 turns, it's just going to take too long. Growth is going to take 21 turns. So by the way, this is how I play the game. I do micromanage everything. And I didn't know you could even really do this. So this is kind of also my way of demonstrating for you that you can really throw these little individual populations around kind of the same way you can do in Civilization, the series. So, so the Iron Mine is actually not going to get us anything, right? Dame says that you should get you should always do mines as soon as they pop up if you aren't already getting that resource. So I don't know what this Iron Mine actually does for us, because let's look at our trade goods. We're missing stone, marble, ceramics, luxury, wool. Ball and Stalin, welcome. Yeah, I think that this might be overkill to try to get this. It's nice that it would give us infrastructure. It's just going to take 10 turns. That's going to so inhibit our growth that I am going to switch away from it. Let's see if we can now get... This is still done in 3 turns. 2 turns, good. So that was a net positive? Net. Okay, if we want it in 2 turns, we have to forget culture for now. Which is unfortunate, but I guess we're just going to have to take that hit. Yeah, Ball and Stalin says it gives you 15 metal. Super important. Thank you. Yeah, it's so true. I'm kind of torn. The thing is, it's gonna so inhibit us. We're just gonna have to wait for it to come up again. And if we, well, no, whoops. If we just rest our cursor here, it'll say over here, Tier 1 buildings available: Public Works, Quarry, Expert Stonecutter, Wheel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just say this has like about a 1/6 chance of popping up. So we're just going to have to hope that it eventually pops up again. And I think that there is some weighting system. I'm not sure, but I think there is some weighting system which gives you the things which are unique like that a slightly higher chance. Okay, anyway, so we're going to make some really severe decisions right from turn 1. We're going to try to take over that other province. And let's just go for it. Are we doomed? We might be doomed. Oh, my timer! Ah, my pizza! It's ready. So, how about I let this play out for you guys while... Oh my god. While I get my pizza. Be right back. Well, that's not good. What? We lost, huh? Was it bad? Was it bad? I need to see. Okay. Play it out for me again. Okay. I forgot to pick a leader. Ah! That was considered a defeat? Holy cow, man. I mean, I'm surprised that they actually got to pursue. So let's not do continuous play here, and let me kind of look at this. So, okay, 1. We lost that one. Yeah, we lost that last one. Huge. But I'm a dummy. I didn't pick a leader for us. So that's fine. We didn't want those people taking up food anyway. I suppose you'll retreat back? Probably? Come back. Oh, they already did. I see. That's fine. And we dropped 50 points and picked up an aging token, which has like a 35% chance of happening. It's a lot of good luck right off the bat. That's pretty good. Our nation has started regressing. Okay, let's see what we're going to do about this. 12, 0, and 12. So we have 3 decadence nation size. We will attempt, do our best, really, to rectify that situation. Okay. Not much to do there. Okay, so at least we're going to get a shepherd house in 1 turn. We're going to get this fishery in 3 turns. And we're going to start building up what our poor, silly army. So I didn't end up doing anything yet. Losing that 1 heavy war chariot is kind of not good. It is mountainous. This is going to be difficult. No, can't get it. Okay, so we're at negative 17, which means... Anyway, we'll pick up 2 more people for our army. And let's get a new general. This guy is... Oh my god, they're all trash. Huh. His defense penalty is 1, which means his defense is 0. There's a way, isn't there a way to retire leaders if you're like, that guy's terrible? So these guys will suffer experience penalty of 1, but I think it goes away the next turn. Basically, just to Belsass, what happened? I lost horribly. So it didn't work out. We didn't conquer it, but I'm gonna go back. In fact, you know what? I think I'm gonna actually focus on trying to get back there. Why did I choose Lydian? Did I choose Lydian? I should choose the Pontic archers. Those are the good ones. Okay, and it's all made of the province. Okay, so we'll just eventually get this. Gee, that's gonna be a long time, but we'll queue it up. It's fine. We don't have any money. We don't have any manpower. We don't have any metal, and that's just the way it goes. I could have exported that battle, and I'm sure I would have won. But let's not drag this out too much, right? So, I don't think there's anything we need to do this turn. Let's just hopefully go up in culture. Please go up in culture. Please go up in culture. Oh, darn it. Oh. The Antigonids have made us... Oh, good. So well, are we stable? We're stable. We're 2 above stable. Barely stable. But we're stable. The health of our ruler has degraded to average. Boy, that's fantastic. Some place that we are never going to get to, not anytime soon, has been declared an objective. And Shepherd House has been completed, which is very important. Okay, so we have more food coming in. Hemp is actually a really good one too. Frankly, I think it is. Sanitation, no. We would have to import lumber, and that's obviously not good. It's the reason why we would have this huge -6 to money. So we can't do that. We could also build a Pirate Slayer here. The problem is, since it takes up a slot, I like all the benefits of it, but I do not like that it takes up one of my very precious slots. In fact, this last building is our last slot, which means that we're going to have to wait 11 turns for... Well, I mean, we'll try to jiggle things around and get that food up a little bit higher. Obviously. I mean, hemp is... Where is Issus? Is Issus far? Wish there was a way to actually see names. Oh, wow, it's really far. Well, forget it. Let's Let's build hemp ourselves. Let's build hemp. Let's grow hemp ourselves. I mean, out of all these options, I think it is the best choice. So it means more food as well. So it means that although we're limited in our building slots, at least we'll be unlocking another building slot very, very soon. Probably we can do a little of juggling here. So the next option, I mean, we won't need to put any points into infrastructure after this. We can just put everyone into food. I wonder if that's something we should start by doing right away. Let's put somebody into culture and one of our slaves into food. And I think that's actually fine. I think that's quite fine. So we're going to get culture up a little bit so we don't regress. This one might be very similar. 6 culture would be really nice. But I think I will take the fishery first because it is food and we'll get culture after that. Okay, good. So we don't have a whole lot to do here. Let's go back to the army recruitment stuff. We're slowly building up that army. Just 2 more turns before we get that regular infantry. And this army is tattered. So we really would like to go back and take that over, but we need to wait at least 1 more turn, I would say. What's our army look like? 11, Pontic. Why do the Lydian archers count for... Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, these are Pontic archers. Yeah, with the Pontic archers, we might have actually stand a chance here. Let's compare those again real fast. So the Lydian archers have 8-3 for their ranged, 1-2. I think that's identical. These are 8-3-1-2. Okay, so the attack is the first 4 numbers are 1-3-1-3. This one is 1-3-1-2. What the hell? These are not that much better. Combat power of 5 versus combat power of 2. I don't know how they even determine that because the only difference I see... Okay, well, let's look at this. Mountain men, that's fantastic. It's for our Pontic archers. But that was already the case with our other archers. Okay, well, anyways, I think that they're going to be good. So we'll just build them. They're going to be expensive, unfortunately. Oh, we're at negative... Wow. Okay, yeah, you know what? It's probably not a good idea to build them then. We're going to be fine next turn. Next turn. Always next turn. Which I think is what we want to do now. End the turn. Oh my god, no. Stop conquering all this. Leave some for me, you fools. Oh god. So because of our terribleness, we're going to try. We're going to go for it, but they may just conquer that. In which case we'll just sit on our thumbs for a while. We still have that aging token. Alright. Is it possible that they don't? 101. Good God. Well, look, this is my opinion. You will soon realize that owning badly managed lands is no bonus. We can help you to manage this burden, Davis. At a cost, of course. Is that like some kind of veiled threat? So what's interesting is you can see the relationship with other people, but you cannot see the relationship with them and you. I find this a little unusual. So yeah, their relationship, it's just called distant to me, which probably means it's slightly negative, probably between 0 and negative 20. But I don't know. What is the value? Now, we are not at war with them. They have a 0% chance for cooperation. Yeah. Okay, Dame says only neutral status doesn't show the number. Okay, well, we probably need to build up our military just because I'm not going to worry about this. It looks like the Antigonids are going to just present a very big problem for us very soon. Okay, well, I think we're doing okay, though. We have enough culture to keep us out of the bottom tier. Pontus is kind of a tough nation, but I like it. It's a nice, fun challenge. And they are... Yeah, this would be a great objective. Trust me, just leave it as an objective. I will eventually get there. I really wish I hadn't attacked them now, because then I essentially weaken them for the Antigonids. If they don't take it next turn, I will take it, because... Well, I will attempt to, and probably lose my army in the process, but at least I will try. Yeah, we don't have a lot of money left, is the problem. We can get light cavalry, and that's it. But the mountain territory, there's not a lot of room to fight anyway, so this... I think you have, what, 6 people you can put on the front? So we do need some more people before we go. Anyway, I don't think there's anything we can do here. Is this going to change at all if I... Yeah, it will. So we can't change that. Is this going to change at all? Yeah, it does. And we're growing soon. So yeah, we'll keep this exactly the same. Ball and Solon said go for it. Well, I think we would be dead if we had gone for it. So I'm pretty happy we did not. Although their combat power is only 71 now with 10 units, so... We're going to have to put a new defensive... Look at, we're almost to the next tier. Oh, amazing. Climbed up to 34, and all we need to do is get to 26, and we'll be in the progressing tier. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's try to force this. This is our hope, is to play small. We're going to have to play tall, essentially, not wide. I mean, look, I don't want to play this way. Yeah, well, good luck. We're not going to be able to do that anytime soon. We have a fishery and a turn. And we have a little bit of money now, a little bit of manpower. Let's see if we can recruit. I want to recruit only the Pontic archers, even though they're insane. You know what? I don't even know why. They're just almost identical. The only thing they have is effectiveness of 3 versus 2. I have no idea what effectiveness does besides lower your effectiveness if it's not at full. But maybe effectiveness of 3 means that it's multiplied by everything. In which case, that would make sense that the Pontic archers are quite good. So the next one's going to cost us 60. I think we should just wait for that. Actually, with only 4 people on the front, frankly, we need another person. We need another regular infantry. So let's get that next. And, yep, 1 turn for the fishery, and then we'll see what other options present themselves. I think that at this point we might need to start going towards defensive things, like... Oh, by the way, yes, you need to get traded out for... This other guy really sucks, though. Is there a way I can kill this Passatellis? Does anybody know in the chat? Is there a way to retire generals? I thought that there was. And you get another one? Let me look. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it. Not diplomacy. Leaders. Like, you are terrible. Can I dismiss you? I thought there was a way to do it. So we have essentially no generals. We have no good generals because the only defensive general has a defensive penalty. Wow. So... I don't know. They're all so garbage. I guess we'll just still choose him because he has a movement bonus, which is useless to an army which is defending. He has like the most useless combination. He has defensive plus relentless, which is completely the opposite of defensive. Anyway, I really wish you could reassign or dismiss your generals and get new ones. I was pretty sure you could. So when they die, you get new ones. I wonder if I can just murder my own people. But as I don't see how, and I'm not going to bog down in the details here, let's just go ahead and end the turn so we can get our next building. The proud people of Pontus. Let's see if they come after us. They did not. I don't... Oh, wow. Hey, they're taking some frontal assault from the Seleucids, which might mean it's an opportunity for us to try to declare war. And Zeke Lockhart asks, is this a new game? It is relatively new, yes. Oh, we moved up! We made it! But we did not get a progressive token, which is really annoying. We got an aging token the one turn we were there, and we didn't get a progressive token. I just want fairness. Okay, anyways, this is good. This is very good. We're going to slowly be making progress. It's probably a reason not to go to war. We'll let the Seleucids just kind of beat it up with the Antigonids. We'll save up our manpower and our money, and we'll come after them when the time is right. I think we're okay now. We have 5 front line. What's the frontage of this? This is hills. So that means that I think the frontage is 8, which means we need more. We need more frontline soldiers, but I'm not even going to get them because... Oh, wow. Farm is very good. Probably this is the best, though. Anchorage slot usage of 0, which is huge. We have food so that we're going to grow in 4 turns, which is also fantastic. I also am a huge fan of the smokehouse. We will need cattle, and we'll have to trade for that. What time period is this game? Well, the time of it is right here, 305 BC. So it goes from 310 to 310 BC to about 80 or 180. So it's a huge amount of time. 500 turns, I think, total. So what would that be? 190 it goes to, maybe? Yeah, Dame says it runs for 500 years. I thought I remembered that. Preceptor House. Decadence reduction, culture, everything we want. If we're going to play tall, this is the building we want. Disadvantage is it takes 17 turns to build. Yikes. Yeah. That's a tough option, I would say. There's no really good options here, though, frankly. I mean, Anchorage is the best one, probably. It doesn't have a infrastructure cost, which is good. But the thing is that if we don't choose this now, it's going to pass us by. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. We have, like, no infrastructure to speak of, but... Anyways, we're just going to try to make it work. It's going to be a great investment if we actually can, make it work. So 2 turns. Is that going to change at all if we do this? No. Good. We're going to grow in that. Okay, I think we just stay... Well, I really don't want to lose 7 turns versus 5 turns. I think it's worth it. I really want to stay in the progressive thing, get rid of my tokens. So let's do this. We should just... Actually, you know what? We don't need to. I'm going to play it this way. On, like, my prediction is other nations are going to be going to war, and our loyalty is only going to be getting better and better because we're very, very small. So we should actually be progressing to the top of the list naturally, which means we don't need to force it any more than we already are. So I'm going to rely on that. Let's see if it works out. We're not exactly at the top of that top third, but I'm hoping that our trend is going to be continually... Oh, God, he's going to die. I hope that the trend is up. So, since that's the case, I don't think that there's anything else we need to do. So we'll end the turn. Yes, Lance Davis said it's like at the fall of Alexander the Great through the Roman... we still didn't get a token. Oh, God, we just barely fell out. I was wrong. We fell out by 1 position. Man, sometimes I tell you, sometimes just so close yet so far. Growth is still in 5 turns, which it was last turn. Why is that the case? I don't know. But we're definitely going to move people into culture now. And I think there's pretty much nothing to do, so I might move my people, like, just around so that their position cannot be predicted. Yeah, Dame said I can't. Yeah, of course. Cannot get tokens in the middle turn. Yeah, that's why I was upset that we missed it by 1 position. Oh, wow. So the Faflosians are just getting eaten up. Gobble, gobble. And we're back. Maybe it was worth it to do that little burst of culture. Still have not gotten any progressive tokens, despite being in there. What, 3 months? I think we've been there in 3 separate years. And yet, still not a progressive token. Mind you, the 1 turn we spent in the declining one is immediately when we got our negative token. I just think that this is annoying. Several signs tell us the next few months will be particularly harsh for men and crops. It means, I guess, food will go down. But at least we have completed our hemp field, which is great. So, let's see what's next. We have no building slots and no free things. So, at this point, everyone should go into food. Okay, so 4 more turns before we can do anything there. And we still have this never-ending quest. Okay, 1 turn until we get food, at least. Is that going to be the case no matter what? No, it'll be 2 turns if we want to go to culture. Let's just take the food, because it's going to be stored and, you know, left over for the next one. So, let's do it. Okay, so at least I think we shouldn't be declining. What is your relationship with us? Distant. Sometime size is of importance, Theos. We would be willing to teach you how to administer more lands for a fee, that is. I still don't really think this is too veiled of a threat if it is indeed a threat. I actually don't understand that it's a threat. Oh, they're fully allied with Thrace. Wow. Well, that's kind of a bummer for them. And where's this group? They're distant. Okay, whatever. I mean, we're just going to do our thing here. Pontus, just going to try to survive, mainly. We probably do need a little bit more of a military, actually. Should not neglect it. Yeah, I think anytime that we can get the Pontic archers, we should grab them. And we'll continue to move our people around for fun. Okay, please. Please. Work. Yeah, there's some big stuff going on over there in Flaflogania. Paphlagonia. Alright, we are... Alright. We finally got rid of one of our tokens. Finally. I think it's a 35% chance, so essentially a 1/3 chance. The fact that we just... our progression has been statistically exactly on pace. We just got very unlucky with receiving that decadent token immediately. Anyway, let's merge these 2 armies. Really no point to keep them apart. Yeah. Can I raid, by the way? Is that a thing I can do? Oh, wow. Mountain is... lack of passage rates. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's go back over here because we were able to see more things, so... Cannot build 1 more... Oh my god, 3 more turns? Stop. Stop. 1 turn. Okay, fine. So we have nothing to do but end turns. Which is fine, because our civilization is progressing. Landsaver asks, what is the token system for? I haven't seen your other videos on this yet. Yeah, I never really understood it. The best description I've given of it was on the Single Malt Strategy podcast. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's time. I think it's time. So we dropped 2 spots, but we're still in the top tier, which is good. I think it's time for us to attack. So the Seleucids are chopping up the Antigonid Empire. I do not remember them ever making this substantial of gains in my previous plays. So we actually have 1 progress token now, which is fantastic. Oh, it's only a 30% chance. Okay. So Dame explains it right here. If you get 5 progress tokens, you get a golden age, which gives you a bunch of bonuses. If you get 5 agent tokens, then you get negatives. Yeah, and if you keep dropping, you can eventually get a civil war. Dame Dame has actually played, I think, a full game, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably Dame Hamara, but I'm just calling him Dame. New population, hooray! So that means that... Oh, here. The place where we're already building something got a new population. Okay. Well, we can put him to work there, or we can put him to work here. Wow, that does drop it to 7. And we're still going to grow again in 5 turns. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, good. So we'll continue like this. That's really nice, down to 7. And we do want to continue to grow, though. Food is very important. Is that going to make a difference? No. Yep, so if it's not going to make a difference, then obviously we'll just continue to stay, as is. And really not a whole lot is going on for us as Pontus. I can see the advantages of playing as Pontus. I can also see, it's a bit slow. What? Okay, he's going that way. I thought he was coming towards us. So this is really interesting. The Seleucids have cut themselves off. I would like to fight a really quick war with them, but the problem is I don't think I can fight a quick war. They're going to be like, we'll just go in and invade. By the way, 15th, we're pretty much middle of the pack of the top pack, which is great. So if we attack them and the Seleucids fall back at all, they're probably just going to use that as an excuse to kill us. The buildings are random, so the building choices are random. But you can also reset them. It's kind of like the card-based system. I actually find it really good. I quite like it. 2 more turns, stop wavering. Just make it 2 turns. Okay, 2 turns. And I don't think we have anything to do for those 2 turns. We're going to do this. Because it's going to save 2 more turns for this, and it's only going to decrease this by 1 turn. The Preceptor House is going to help us so much. Basically, it's going to free these people from having to work on culture. So, Hamara says, you sounded not so sure about it being good. Yeah, the thing is, I didn't really like this system at first in Stellaris, but I think it is a more realistic way of playing technology, and maybe not for buildings. For buildings, you probably... I still kind of like it as a gameplay mechanic, not as like a historical thing, but like I was thinking about the Rule the Waves technology system and the Stellaris technology system versus something like the Distant Worlds system, which is the traditional tech tree. And yeah, I mean, I've been like kind of thinking about a game I want to make myself, and debating between all the different varieties. And I think the best situation would be you should be given the option to fund projects. Something like that. Okay, anyway, that's too detailed for this. The building system is fun. Let's put it that way. I think it works well. I think that there's nothing we can do here. So... Nation size of 6. That's probably just due to population, since obviously we only have 2 little minute provinces. I think we're okay. We're maxed out on equipment, which means that if we're not building, we're losing. It's not ideal, probably. These Pontic archers are tempting. The good news is the maintenance does not go up once you have them. So in some sense, I should be eventually deleting the Lydian archers and replacing them with Pontic archers, because they're identical in every way, except for the Pontic archers are better. And they cost more. But the initial, once you get beyond the initial cost, which we're, slowly able to do here, they are better. Speaking of that, I think... So they're not very good at the attack defense thing, though. That's the only unfortunate thing. 1-3, this is 3-3. It's 2. I think we probably need 1 more of these before we do anything else. And your maintenance is 0.6 food. Okay. Also 4 manpower, which we're doing okay on. And 8, that's actually a little bit more expensive. We'll do it though. If we're gonna think about going to war, then we're gonna want that. We're gonna eventually want that. So let's move this guy back because he's gonna want to pick up his. Actually, you know what? Forget about it. We'll just have one army over here just to see what's going on over here, and we'll have this guy over here to see what's going on over here. I wonder if we should actually try to get in on the action, take a piece of the Paphlagonian territory. Let me know what you think, but I doubt... This is a forest, so at least we'd stand a better chance. But I doubt we're going to be very successful. One thing we could do is declare war on the Seleucids, assume that they're not going to... Like, we could try to take this territory from the Antigonids by taking it from the Seleucids. However, I think long-term I see the Seleucids as an ally, in that if we want help against the Antigonids, we're going to want the Seleucids. So... Have you seen Aruka 4X game? I don't know if you're saying Aruka, which is I've never heard of, or you're referring to Aurora 4X, which, yes, I've played. Yeah, he is referring to Aurora. Yeah, so the Aurora system is a tech tree, just like Distant Worlds. What am I doing here? Waiting... 3 turns for that. Okay, whatever. I lose my train of thought. We could have attacked the Seleucids, but yeah, we're not going to because we don't know if they're... It's kind of fun. We should be betting on a winner here. If we think the Seleucids are going to win, we should attack the Antigonids and then try to take some territory. We should be friends with the Seleucids. I think based on the progression here, the Antigonids seem to be really falling apart. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, we're up to 9. Fantastic. Still no progression tokens. Just the 1. So, pass a law that will increase land taxes. That's not... this is not a very good one. Loyalty will fall. Oh, actually, we can do this. Our wealthy citizens have paid... No, sorry. This land tax with exemptions. This quite unfair treatment will cause widespread discontent. Regions mostly made of our citizens of our main ethnicity risk nothing. Our other regions net extra money. But lose 15 extra loyalty. We'll just do this because it's not something I'm going to be doing at all. Anyway, we have our people are completely Hellenic, so basically that just gets rid of that decision for free. And maybe it has some benefit. Now, let's go to the Seleucids and do some diplomacy. Wait. Sorry. Can we go back to diplomacy? 14% chance. Not bad. Let's try it. Things aren't getting better with the Antigonids, right? So they have brought this upon themselves. Next it's going to be particularly harsh. Darn it. It's going to grow in 2 turns again? How many more times is it going to be growing in 2 turns? It's like had 2 turns for like 3 turns. How many turns? Ah! Can we bump it over the edge? Okay, let's bump it over the edge. Oh my gosh. Oh, Paulo's here. Welcome, Paulo. I think we want to start building up our military as well. I am thinking we're going to go to war fairly soon. Let's get one more. So as far as I know, we have a total of... Good. 6 total frontline forces. That's good. That's what I want. And then we'll just get a bunch of good archers after that. Perfect. Very good. Nothing else to do, right? That's right. What is your thing? You're at so many frickin' wars. And only cooperating with the... with Athens, which is not going to help you. Wow. The interesting thing to me is actually this one, the Paphlagonians. I am like strongly considering trying to invade them. They have apparently a substantial army here. And they're sea averse, so I don't even know why they built that. Well, I'm going to sit on this situation for yet another turn. We should have some good stuff coming up. In one turn, finally our capital gains population, and in 3 more turns we get the Preceptor House, so things should be becoming active again. Interesting. Yeah, the Seleucids seem to be doing real damage. We'll see if they accept our... We might need to like send them a gift or something. We don't have the money to send them a gift, but... Lance asks if I would do a video on... Still 1 progress token? Come on. Come on. 67% chance that it'll happen. I mean, sorry, 70% chance it'll happen, which means after 2 turns, you should have a progress token. A 50-50 chance of a progress token. So we've probably gone 4 turns that one, maybe. So we flipped a coin twice and lost. Sounds about right. Religious ceremony. Raise loyalty and reduce unrest with religious buildings. We have no religious buildings. Gather food, produce more food, or instantly gain food from the land. Let me look at this one. So using this option, food output of our regions increased by 15%. We lose 10 loyalty points. These last 10. I think this is what I will want to do that. Otherwise, at least 1 military unit per 4 populations will instantly get 8 food per population point. For 6 turns, loyalty will be lowered by 5 points in all your nation, and no population growth will occur. So it's kind of interesting because I guess you can kind of min-max this decision, which is great, right? Okay, we got our population growth, which means we have another building. I'm going to look for any buildings with 0 slots, which is... Palisades take up a slot? How terrible. I'll probably reshuffle this one. I really, really like Orchard, though. It doesn't produce anything, though? I thought orchards produce grapes. Oh, that's vineyard. Damn it. So what does orchard produce? I guess it produces nothing. Huh. So we have nuts and seeds here? Is that what I understand? Keith Brown asks, any idea how to upgrade a tier 1 building to a tier 2? It's not, so you need to get the option. So first of all, you have to have 3 of 1 tier. So 3 green tier 1s before you can get tier 2s. And then if you have a tier 1 building which can be upgraded, it'll appear just as a normal building option. I think there's a slightly higher weight for it to appear. Okay, by the way, none of these options I think are worth it. A room shop's not bad. Food and money. But it does not... I want us to get more things. This produces stone, which is nice. But we don't need the infrastructure. Oh my god, our infrastructure is negative. We have to change that. Let's put a slave down there. There we go. Infrastructure is now not negative. And the smokehouse is really good. The thing is, it needs cattle, and we'll have to trade for it. And I don't know what'll happen when we go to war with the Antigonids. They probably won't want to trade with us. I really like stone, too. So it just depends on... Wait. Singarius. And this is the problem. I have no idea where these provinces are. Wow, that's really far away. 2 turns left. Is that set in stone? Ah, good. We can get some... Actually, I might put them into food, frankly. So, 5 turns, 7 turns. Yeah, let's put them into food. Or money? Yeah, money's okay. I think we're going to have to recycle these, unfortunately. I don't think any of these are what we want. Yeah, okay, let's recycle. Game 5. Yeah, okay, let's do it this way. There we go. Which I think gets us 1 extra food, but anyway. So that's what we're going to reshuffle, which is the worst case scenario, but we have no choice. I mean, the other options are just terrible. Oh my god, Preceptor House said 4 turns? Why did it say 4 turns suddenly? Is this the spring effect, the rebound? I'm actually really happy that we are staying out of these wars. Yeah, we're doing... Oh god, we just aren't getting the tokens, though. Damn it. These guys have already gotten 5. Emergency levy. Receive extra troops in your capital for cost of legacy points. No, we're definitely not going to do that. Definitely not. Citizenship status and state reforms convert ethnicities and reduce decadence. I have not looked at this one before. Wealthier foreigners can now acquire citizenship in your capital region, and all regions a non-main ethnicity switching to become of your ethnicity. 10% chance per government and commerce building tier. What? There's no. What's the downside of that? Many foreigners you name can now become national citizens, provided they have a patron or some money. This can reduce the influx of manpower to the army, though, and displease the already established citizens. Each non-main ethnicity in your country can become main with 25% chance. Each region with at least one such conversion gains -10 loyalty, -20 manpower. Interesting. So I don't understand what the downside of doing this is. We don't need to do this decision, but it kind of actually sets this up well to go into a different region and then try it. A series of reforms and laws touching on its rights and duties decisions issued. The government intends to gain efficiency and stability from this decision. Government age is reduced by 1/3, reduces decadence. The changes can disturb and upset part of the civil society, and troubles might ensue. There's a 50% chance to lose a progress token unless your ruler is a good administrator or better. Oh, hooray! That's what we're going to do for sure. Oh my gosh. It's absolutely. But I don't know how much decadence we have accrued. 3 turns. This number seems to be changing. I think I manipulated it to cause it to change, though. Anyway, decadence. Accumulate decadence 2.3. That's not bad. Decadence per turn is 0.3. I mean, kind of we want to wait on this decision a little bit, I think. Oh my god, he's degraded to very poor. We're not going to have a good administrator. Let's just do it right now. We're going to do it right now because essentially... our ruler, who's a good administrator right now, is going to be not around long enough. So let's do it. Very good. Okay, gods of the old religious ceremony. We don't have any... We have no religious buildings at all, I'm pretty sure. King's Palace, Governor's Palace. Yep, we have nothing. Got nothing there. So I'm not seeing very big armies running around, which does really make me want to declare war against the Antigonids. Especially because the Seleucids appear to have done a good number on them. Judea has actually expanded somehow against the Antigonids. I mean, the Antigonids are just really falling apart in this playthrough. Okay, 1 more turn to reshuffle, and 3 more turns for that. Okay, very good. And we're pretty... I think we can rest well assured that we're going to preserve our position, which means that we can go for like more food or even for money if we wanted. I think I will leave the culture for now. Lance says, I missed your question earlier. Have you thought about making a video from the depths? Yeah, from the depths is for some reason just not my cup of tea. I basically think it just takes too long to create a design. I know that that's part of the charm. It's got that like Minecraft type aspect to it, but it just doesn't appeal to me. Oh, the Sluices have rejected our offers. Those bastards. Who do you guys think you are? 2% chance now. We were neighbors when that decision actually was almost going into effect. What do I want? Ownership, probably. Okay, let's end this turn. I feel like this stream is stagnating. Oh wow. So we got some battles going on. I mean, the Paphlagonians are expanding, which means it probably is time. I guess it is time for us to go. We will answer the call. We will go to war. Still no progress token. Come on. 0.7, 0.7. Yeah. So, wow, okay, let's do the math. Do you guys see, are you able to see you're not able to see my calculator. I will just announce the math that I am doing. How many turns has it been? It's turn 15. We've probably been progressing for 10 turns. And we've gotten 2 tokens. Right? Is that about right? Maybe 11? Okay, so here it is. 7 times 9? Oh, no, to the 9th power. What was I doing? X to the, let's call it, let's see, let's say that let's go 4, yeah, so let's call it 8 turns. But that's not that bad. 6% chance of not getting a progress token this far. That's okay. Gather mercenaries. Gain mercenary units for some money if there are local tribes around your nation. There are not. Oh, what? There's no local tribes. Anyway, I guess that they still allow us to do it. Pontus has reformed some citizen rights. Hooray. So our decadence should have dropped. Oh, an open slot. Finally. Our decadence did not drop. I must have misread that. I thought it said it would drop this number by 1/3. And yet I see nothing. Ah, finally. Slot usage 0. Slot usage 0. Also fantastic. Which one do I prefer? I think we'd go with public works because it increases infrastructure. I mean, these are we have a lot of good options here. Obviously, I want to go with the 0 slot ones first. What's our decision? Population of 6 is still pretty low, so let's go with public works first. And you have 2. How many turns has this been on? 2 turns. Am I going insane? Maybe I'm going insane. Am I going insane? How many? Can somebody rewind the stream and just tell me if this has been on 2, stuck on 2 for a while? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, so now with the Preceptor Palace, no, that's not built yet. So we should leave 1 on culture just to make sure. We do want to borrow a slave probably and get that public works done a little bit faster. Wow, so I want to get the slave, so I'm moving the slave and then moving the citizen back. So let's just move him down here for a moment. Yeah. So slaves are the same either way. Oh, I'm doing it exactly the wrong way. I want to move only the citizens here. Slaves work better in the fields. Okay, that's fine. So we probably do want to move 1 here though. Just take it down to 5. That's fine. Sounds like those workers are sleeping on the job. And yes, it has been on 2 for a bit. What is going on? I don't really understand the mechanics here. Wait, whoa. Oh! I'm a big dummy, of course. We're now a province. Okay, I can explain this. Incompetent Idiot says, I guess the game is just accurate simulator of the pace of public construction, which is very true. It always goes slower than you expected. But, however, I can explain this. These are not individual provinces, regions, whatever. This is a province. So these individual territories, their infrastructure is shared. which means changes to one affects changes on the other. So we can see this has actually gotten down to 1 because of my changing of this state. Okay, it all makes sense. Everything's good. Nobody needs to get upset, which mainly I'm referring to myself. Let's take a look at the decisions we now have. We have quite a few. This is going to expire in 12 turns, 10 turns. So no need to rush on any of these. Do I want to get people to work harder at the loss of loyalty? I honestly think I do. And we're pushing our regions very hard in terms of food right now. I'm going to do this one. It's not going to pay a huge benefit right now since we only have 2 territories, but also the cost for doing it is probably substantially less because we don't have that many places. Yeah, but that makes sense. Now we got it down to 1. Fantastic. We're going to get that done. We're building a 0 slot thing, which is always great. We do have a little bit of money left over. After the 45, about 50. So what about building another... These are going to cost 80. No, we won't have enough money for that. 80 plus 45 is 125. Actually, we do. Should I get one more? Like, the upkeep is higher, but the manpower cost is lower. We're actually getting to the point where this would send us... would set us as revenue neutral, which is not good. I do like to gain money. So, we'll avoid doing it for now. And because I don't think there's anything else we can do, let's end the turn. Interesting to see the Seleucids overreach and then kind of get pushed back. Like, that's a pretty substantial army, that group of 12. The Paphlagonians and the Antigonids are fighting now. That's also good. Still no progress token! Give me my progress token. So it was at 6% 2 turns ago, did I say? So now it's probably at 4%. Or has it been 2 turns since I said that? So we're getting less and less chance of not getting a progress token after this long. Ah, it's complete. Okay, the good news about this should be... Wow, 2 turns for that. The good news about this should be that... oh, perfect. In fact, we'll probably go with Public Works here as well. That should mean that we don't need to focus on doing this culture advantage stuff. Just want to verify this is giving us culture, right? Culture of 3. So it's not that much, but it is something that will probably keep us in the top tier. So we basically don't need anybody on culture. We probably could even benefit from switching this guy over to money. Or we could just try to grow a little bit faster. Or we could work... Yeah, so the slave here should go here. And the people should go here. And we're growing in 4 turns. This is going to take 5 turns. Same thing, let's do the same thing. Slaves here and you guys here. Because I think the slaves, yeah, they're best on the food. Okay, good. So that had some net negative overall. But probably a net, wow, definitely a net positive for population growth though. And we'll see, if we drop too far, it's not like we were going to get a progress token anyway, right? But that's just my... Paphlagonians are expanding. Sieging this. Man, it just really strikes me as the right time to go. But the problem is the... Oh, I thought this was 11. This is 112. Okay, so they have a total of 5 there. Yeah, I think we should now... Wow, our recruitment shoot is negative. Why is it negative? I've done nothing. We can get around that. Just not very well though. Let's just wait a couple of turns. We'll solve this money problem soon. Military upkeep is the problem right now. Okay, that's fine. What did our decisions look like right now? Gather mercenaries. Well, that's money we simply don't have. Which makes that decision. Okay, his health is now very bad. Not too surprising, frankly. Okay, anyways, let's move on. So we should be fine in a couple more turns when we have more people, and then we can shift money to shift people to make money. I gotta remember to zoom out when I hit end turn so I can see all the stuff going on. Yeah, we're way up. Oh, we got a progress token! We did it at long last. We finally did it. Amazing. Okay, so our... What? Presence of pestilence. Oh, man, we had an epidemic. Well, maybe we should have been focusing not on public works, but on clean water, but... Well, we live with our decisions here. What was this? The Seleucids have conquered Lycia, which was a seat of power in Antigonus. No doubt this is a hard blow. Alright, it's time. It's time. That's, to me, is like the... I don't want to attack the Antigonids, partly because if we do, we're going to further weaken them, and that's going to ruin the balance of power if it existed against the Seleucids. So the Antigonids will be further disadvantaged. Unfortunately, I don't see any... There's like no choice in the matter right now. Let's maybe talk to these guys about cooperating. 0% chance. Why do you hate us? We've done nothing to you. Because 2 of the places you want to expand to are mine. Yikes. That does explain why you hate us. We actually may not be able to go to war. We may be too busy essentially defending our own land. Although this is like the perfect opportunity to strike. I guess we won't be able to do it. I'll play defensive. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything else to do this turn. We can look at swapping some people around. 2 more turns to growth. 2 more turns to growth. Oh, 4 turns to growth here. Might want to put... money's back in the positive. I don't really do anything. I don't know why. I think I will put 1 citizen here. And... maybe 1 slave here? Okay, let's leave it as this. When they get the population in 2 turns, they can put that into infrastructure if they so choose. Very good. And again, about this recruitment thing. I still kind of want these. It's very expensive to do it, though. So the 13 money upkeep we don't have enough money for. Okay, fine. End the turn. Now, my pizza's waiting for me. It's been waiting for me for an hour now. So I'll probably have to call this stream to a close and maybe stream again later. I might want to do some streaming with Wolfpack345, do some IL2 stuff. Alternatively, if anybody has something that they want to see me stream, I am available, more available than usual for the next couple of days. So for tomorrow, if you want to see me stream something in particular, just let me know. And if you happen to catch this video after the fact, like later tonight or tomorrow, after I'm already done streaming, you can always just ping me on the Discord server. So, we are like doing great. We do not need any more culture. Seas, commerce, light ships, gaining some... That is a great one. We'll probably end up doing this, although we don't have any money. Okay, each region with an arbor gains a 50% chance of receiving a loyalty penalty of 10 for 6 turns. I think we just seized the 8 light ships, but let's... but how long do I have to act on that one? 12 turns. Fantastic. Yeah, emergency levy. That's not an issue because we're not at war. I see. If the frickin' Antigonids didn't keep their entire army right here, I would be a lot more willing to attack them. Who knows? Maybe the Antigonids are gonna repel the Seleucids, but it definitely doesn't look that way. Okay, let's take a look at all the numbers again. Population growth in 2 turns. I'm so confused. I thought that was the population growth last time. It was going to be in 2 turns. I don't know how to make sense of this whole mess. Where are we losing money from now? Military upkeep, -18. Money, income, total. Oh, that's just the total. Yeah, I wonder, it must be some fluctuation. Military upkeep is 18. Can't be a fluctuation of military upkeep because we haven't done anything with that. Well, I guess we're just set. I think we don't really need to do anything until the public works is done. And we're good on culture, so we just keep pushing. Okay. Well, what kind of army would... I mean, these guys, the Paphlagonians actually have a pretty substantial army. We're not at war with them, though. Yeah, Lance says it might be a fluctuation in commerce. I actually agree. I think it is. I think we are going to go to war with the Antigonids. Like, we might regret not taking advantage of this opportunity. This will be a decision available for us for some time, so let's just wait on that. And with 12 troops, that's going to be... We're not going to have to fight this group. We're only going to have to fight this group, which has... I don't know what population 5. Yeah, I really want to grab that one. So let's do it. Let's declare war, and we'll go on next turn, and then we'll invade. Do I want to grab one more unit before I go in? I think 12 is the most I can even fight with in there, so no, actually I don't. Okay. By the way, our manpower is really big for a Greek state. Usually this number is barely over 100. 2 progress tokens. It'd be really great if we could get a golden age, but prove trade for Sicily and true. Oh, this sounds really good. Can't be triggered for now because money is not equal to at least 500. And also, we need at least a market, a bank. Oh, we need at least 3 markets, 1 bank, or 1 commercial port. We have none of those things. Alright, how long are you going to be around for? Well, anyways, we can't do it yet. Increase land taxes. I don't think we'll do this. I actually do want more money. We're running a little bit low. Loyalty falls by 8 for 4 turns. We might be able to do that. Yeah, this again does pretty much nothing, I'm pretty sure. Labor tax. I don't want the 20% of gaining +1 permanent unrest modifier, so I will never do that last one. Wow, they conquered Lydia too. Yeah, okay, it's time. It's time for us to move in. Let's get our armies. Merge. And it's our stupid defensive leader. Okay, we'll wait 1 more turn. Which means maybe I will buy 1 more unit. You know what? I'm actually okay with it. Let's not do this. So I mean, we're not going to get any extra dice, but neither are they, right? So, oh, we have to declare war. Yes, we're going to declare war on you, because that's just how it goes. When you're falling apart. If your capital has been conquered twice, I'm just going to assume you're not going to make it. So, you know, this is just the way the cookie crumbles. Literally the way the empire crumbles. Plenty of turns left for that. We're growing in 1 turn. I think it's been stuck. I don't understand this growth system. And we cannot go in there until we've declared war, so I guess we'll wait one more turn. Do we want to buy... Yeah, I think we're actually okay without buying an extra unit. It would be pretty cool if the Antagonids repelled this Lucids, though. Is that a progress token? Did we finally pick one up? Yes. I think we got a new one. Being warlike as they are, Pontus is now openly hostile. Why we're not that warlike? They took the territory that we wanted. Wow, the Antagonids' base is now in Crete. It's pretty funny. We're going in. Oh, he's died. The new one is jealous, which is just pretty much par for the course of my luck. We have a new ruler. Yes, I know. He's terrible. Fantastic. He's not a poor administrator, though. I think poor administrator might be worse. Whatever. Let's go in, get ourselves killed, and then bring this stream to a close, basically. We can now gather mercenaries. We need 1,000 money. We don't have. Land tax law. It's tempting. Loyalty is not really good to come by right now, but... I might do this minor tax law. Loyalty falls by 8. I mean, it's going to be a huge swing in loyalty. But, you know what? I don't need the money yet, so let's leave that decision. This one has 5 turns, 7 turns, 10 turns, 11 turns. Yeah, so plenty of turns left for these. Don't need to worry about it quite yet. This is going to grow in 1 turn. Is that correct? It's going to grow in 1 turn. You're going to grow in... Is it fluctuating? Did you... What? I don't know. I give up. I'm just going to trust that the game is doing something positive and not going to worry about it. Here we go. Let's just go to war. The province thing looks fine. Looks fine to me. So let's see. How are we going to do? With our useless defensive general. Well, even a useless defensive general should be able to take out 4 units. Yeah, so this should be an easy win. Whew, finally, victory! Huge bonus, by the way, is coming from our support, +3. But that was just about as easy as you can get. Did not take a single hit. The territory is ours! Hooray! And we don't want to mess with places which don't... Oh, wait. This is a place which is not... Is it? Oh my gosh. Did that really drop us? It put us into an aging tier. Holy cow. That's some amount of decadence. That's insane. We're really going to need to right the ship. I guess that new ruler really is not helping at all. Okay, so how do we deal with this situation? You have an archery, public works, brickwork. Brickwork? Do you have stone here? Wool, hemp, iron. Doesn't say anything about stone. Yeah, your infrastructure is 10, not 15, unfortunately, because we don't have stone. Shepherd house and hemp field. I don't think we're, like, in a position to destroy these things. Culture 6, equipment 10, upkeep of 2. That's not too bad. Governor's palace, loyalty penalty of 5. Culture 6, but loyalty penalty of 5. I don't know I don't understand this exactly, actually. But let's just start building something. A clay pit, which seems really nice. This produces stone. Wow, that seems really nice. Let's always take a look at the different options, though. Equipment stockpile of 30. No, I don't think that's useful to us. Food and money. That is fantastic. And we do have fish. Wait, how are we getting fish? How are we getting fish? Who has fish? We have an arbor, but that does not provide fish. Huh. I don't exactly understand. I probably want this stone because I think stone's really, really important. This coastal market is so good, though. Okay, money, culture, and just a minor drop in infrastructure. It also, frankly, does seem pretty good. So we only have one building slot left. I did not realize that. The next one we build has to be, like, the one. So we might want to do the smokehouse, but again, this needs cattle, and we have to trade for it. I really don't know what to do with that one. There's so many good options here, but what I really want is a zero... I want a health option. I'm going to re-roll this and hope that we get clear water or any other zero slot. Oh wait, growth is going to happen in one turn, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. Remain is saying goodnight. Actually, frankly, it's in probably 5 more minutes. The stream has been going for almost 2 hours, so in probably 5 more minutes, I'll call this video to a close. I have to be somewhere in 30 minutes myself, so... considering we do have the extra person, I think coastal market is a good choice. Let's do it. Okay, very good. So now we have the complete province, all 3 spots. Very good. And that's, well, I mean, we're moving up in the world, right? No reason for us to attack that one. We're just going to stay here defensively, even though our guy does not actually defend very well. I don't really want to gain too much. I really want to start converting this population, which is mostly Hellenic. Okay, that's really good. So we'll stay here and kind of put down the just conquered thing. We may actually want to switch some people up to the culture stuff now. I think we will, just to try to move us out of the aging tier. Even though it'll cost us a little bit in terms of infrastructure. But that's okay. Alright, so let's see if there's anything else we need to be doing. Clivia has been added to our nation. As pledged to... Oh! Yeah, so we got a progress token from doing that. Okay, Tarika has been... Wow, we have 2... Bosporus is really... They really want us to go that way. Bell says you should stream Armored Brigade. That's an interesting, like an interesting option. I hadn't thought about that. Alright, let's end the turn, see, like, maybe one more turn, see how we're doing. I kind of want to take this province right south of our capital. I think we will go take that. Okay, good. We're yet again out of the bottom. We're not on the top. I think it's fine. It's basically we need to sit here for a little bit and recover based on the fact that we just took this province. We need to let that kind of settle itself down, which means that essentially expanding to here would not be a good idea immediately. Let's move back to the capital. Supported by local priests, some people are forming into trouble. So what does that mean? Religious trouble. That's going to happen for 5 turns, so you know what? I am going to keep the army here. We just want to stay out of the bottom tier. We're going to get some infrastructure stuff going on, which is good. Caucasian slaves. Well, these guys, I don't think slaves ever change their citizenship, do they? Oh yeah, this is ethnicity's Caucasian, for crying out loud. Let's take a look at these decisions, see if one of them helps us now. Land tax law. Still don't think we need the money enough to warrant the loyalty drop, especially because loyalty is, I think, one of the deciding factors here. So yeah, current loyalty is 24, and average, I think average historical is the last 3 turns, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's just continuous. So I think that we need to not take a new place, and we need to not move out to keep loyalty higher, just martial law type stuff. Okay, let's keep things exactly where they are then. We're gonna have better infrastructure. We can go to water after that. Okay, so let's leave it here. One more turn. This is the one more turn mechanic. I'm quite enjoying this game though. They did move away, that's nice. Where do we end up though? What tier? It's the big question. Good, we're moving up. We're slowly approaching the top. Rome itself is a glorious republic right now. See, if we had played Rome, it would have been a lot better. Probably would have been very happy right now. But this was kind of an interesting challenge. Amnius has gotten its public works. It has 2 slots available, and it's going to have more population growth too. Food of 12 from the farm, that's... Well, we really, really want cattle, though. Expert stonecutter would be awesome if we had marble. An anchorage with slot usage of 0. Well, I think that just has to be immediately the one we pick up. I can't see any reason not to do that. It's not going to impact our slots. It's going to give us more money, which has been kind of a little bit of a problem. Coastal market will be built next turn. That's fantastic. And then you're working on the smokehouse, which is going to give you not only food, but health as well. By the way, where are we going to have to import it from? Kahlua and Fonena. Let's just go and take this place, Fonena, if we can. Is it Armenian? Oh my gosh. Okay, so Armenia is where we get it from. That's actually perfectly fine with me. In fact, if these guys want to cooperate, I would greatly like that. We'll send the request. I don't know what'll come of it, but yeah, I think okay. So we've at least expanded the Pontian Empire by 1 province, or 1 territory, 1. What would it be called? Region? This is a province. So this is a region. We expanded it by 1, whatever that number stands for. And we have made a lot of progress in terms of the tokens. In fact, we probably could get away with a little bit of more emphasis on culture to try to build us up. Interestingly enough, this gives us +1 money too. There's a deep, complicated system at work here, and I'm not at all sure what it is, but that seemed to be very effective. Let's definitely do that. So 2 turns for population growth, 1 turn there. Okay, good. So let's end the turn one more time because I'm actually kind of happy with. I want to see where things are going to go. Are we going to get to the top rung? We have the martial law thing going on. And the Seleucids are going to break apart at some point. There's just no way it does not happen. I should go to the Seleucids and also see if we can get cooperation from them. And we're going to try to take this last province. I know that it's not going to help us in terms of being in the right tier or whatever, but we're going to try to go for it so that we can take it before the Seleucids do. Oh, we just squeezed in! We're a glorious monarchy! We did it! We did it! We got the token! Oh, yes! Oh, perfect! Oh, my hard work paid off. Well, that is really good. Excellent. Our nation is on its way to progress under the wise rule of Pythagoras. Pontus civilization is progressing. Hooray! We're now a glorious monarchy. Even though Pythagoras himself is kind of a bad ruler. But hey, you can't complain, right? I mean, he may be incompetent himself, but the empire continues to expand under the invisible effects of Tortuga's influence. So fantastic. This glorious thing, we should look at the modifiers. Loyalty bonus of 15, legacy gain increased by 35%, decadence gain further increased by 35%. Leader force pool bonus +3, which is huge, which we're immediately going to go look at that. And conversion bonus of 10%, which is great because we do have some converting to do here. Boy, do we ever. So that's really a wonderful place to kind of, I think, leave things for now. We want to get over here, but we want to do it that way. So let's move back there first. We also, it seems like we completed at last a coastal market. Whoops. The new options. I love lumber. This is like one it's almost impossible for me not to do. However, this produces salt, which is oh so difficult to pass up. Extremely difficult to pass up. Oh my gosh, these are both great options. I think we're going to have to go with the salt mine. The mine over this wood cutting. Well, although I really like wood cutting. It gives you infrastructure, gives you a little bit of money. Most importantly, it produces lumber. We're going to have to look for it again. Actually, I might have to bypass the salt mine since available structures besides this, there's only 5 of them. So, yeah, more or less a 1/6 chance. I mean, should be more or less a 1/6 chance to get it. Whereas lots of other options for the woodcutter. Don't think we're going to worry about the mercenary stuff. I don't like this because it increases decadence, also decreases loyalty. And a fortune teller gives us a loyalty bonus of 4, a little bit of money. I don't think it's really worth it though. I'd rather get one of the other ones, so we'll wait on that. I mean, we have 2 really good options as well. But what I think I'm going to do is just call this video to a close here, the stream. I think what we're going to end up doing is maybe do... Oh, we could do some Wolfpack later tonight too. I'm going to round up the troops being like Wolfpack, Historical Gamer, those kind of people. See if anybody wants to do something tonight. And if so, I may be back on for another stream. If not, I'll probably be back on tomorrow. I'll be contemplating what I should actually play then. Maybe continue this game, maybe Armored Brigade, who knows. I haven't played Armored Brigade in a while though, so if I want to play that tomorrow, I probably ought to dedicate some time to making sure I'm not too rusty with it. Anyways, for now, thanks for joining the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already joined the Discord, feel free to do so. I'm not trying to pitch it, but I'm going to basically continue hanging out there and probably doing some kind of multiplayer stuff. In fact, I'm going to go to Players Wanted right now and ask if anyone is up for something. There it is. I don't know why I put it. Anyone is up for something. Anyone up for something is the proper English. So Pontus has expanded. We've made ourselves a glorious empire. I think that we're in a good shape here. Lance Davis by Tortuga. We'd love to see some Wolfpack later if you do. Yeah, I really like Wolfpack. If we can get Alekius and Historical Gamer, maybe Wolfpack 345 as well. If we can get those guys, it'd be great to do a little bit of a stream with that. So if that happens, it'll probably happen in maybe let's say like 3 or 4 hours. And I'll post in content sharings all over the place, the Discord servers, when that happens. Or you can just happen to be on YouTube and see that the stream's up. So for now, thanks for watching, and until the next thing, take care.